We recently actually, because we met with some of the youth groups that were in Bulgaria, and the question always is when I'm asking them, "How are you liking this? Do you like this experience with the youth groups?" The first answer is always, "We never talk about these things anywhere else. Like my parents don't want to talk about it in school. If you say anything related to relationships, you're either like mocked by your friends, or like someone laughs at you that you're inexperienced, or the teachers say like complete no, we're not talking about this, this isn't the place." And in the end it's like, this isn't the place, this isn't the place, where is the place? Who talks to you about this? Who lets you, like you said, who lets you have the space to just share and to ask these questions?
The safe space, yeah. I think we all
And I
found.
think it,
Yeah, sorry.
and I just want to add that it takes a lot of courage because you are actually sitting there and you know you're not under some nickname in like an anonymous place online, but you are really holding your own topic and your story, and it takes a lot of courage. Yeah.
Can you also introduce yourself?
Yes, hello everyone, and welcome from Riga, from Latvia. My name is Madara, and I was lucky enough to join the streaming and hear a lot of awesome stuff about myself. So thank you for that. That was very, very heartwarming, because I'm a bit of, out of the real world as I'm now raising my little kiddo who is 8 months old. So I'm really happy to join any kind of event, virtual or in real. And if you're offering wine and stuff like that, I'm there. Anyhow, what I do apart from being mom, I'm a youth program director at Marta Center, which is the largest organization in Latvia supporting victims of domestic violence, human trafficking, and those recruited in prostitution. And my role there is to lead the youth programs. So, whatever is there, what we can do to support young people in their ways of creating and maintaining healthy relationships with themselves and with the others. So we're there to offer workshops, trainings, seminars, both for teenagers and for youth educators as well.
Okay. Rosalia is asking, how do we define healthy relationships? I mean, healthy is a different dimension for each of us.
Yeah.
I think is one of the questions also we were planning to ask them. Thank you. It seems we chose correctly.
Yeah, we were talking about that there's this like floating idea of good relationships and healthy relationships, and a lot of it is only targeted towards romantic things also. And this is another thing we want to cover today, that like love and relationships are not just the romantic partners we choose and we have, but also our friendships, our relationships to our mentors, to our parents, to our acquaintances. All of these are relationships we're keeping, and if one part of them is not healthy, that doesn't mean that just because we're having a good romantic relationships, we're having it all figured out.
And for me, it was like, okay, wow, huge topic that I should be engaging in, and at least for me. So I'm going to talk just from my point personally. Healthy relationship is all about equality. For me, it's when you have significant other or with your friends, is like if you have people that encourage you to be the best version of yourselves, it's amazing. If we talk about like romantic relationships, I'm a fan of this growing separately and engaging in different ways separately, and then being together and sharing experience. So I'm a big fan of not restricting another man or woman's freedom, right? So encouraging to reach whatever he or she wants. For me, it's very, very important. And again, it comes to the equality part, right? So whatever ideas that you have, maybe even other people would think that you are totally crazy thinking that, or you will never achieve that, or it's impossible. For me, healthy relationship is that people cheering you up and being your cheerleaders and supporting you. And also a big part of healthy relationship is respect And again, it comes to equality, is respecting another person's opinion, is respecting the right to have your own opinion and listen to that. So at least for me, uh, this is definition of healthy.
Yeah, I can add to that list um, the feeling of being heard. Yeah, as you said, and also to that you can say that, okay, I hear you as well. So it's not about what you receive, it's what you can give to the other and what you are willing to give to the other. And it's also about being able to feel vulnerable in a way, how much you trust the other person, and how you can check that the other person feels safe with you, like emotionally, physically safe, and how open the conversation about whatever can be, and how honest you can be with yourself and with the other. And I think honesty is one of the hardest parts in any kind of relationships, because there are a lot of things what we expect from the others, what we expect from ourselves as well. And once we cannot meet those standards, or we see that the relationship is going totally different, in totally different trajectory, or with a different pace, then that can already be a red flag. Is this okay? Is this tempo okay? Is this openness? Sometimes also we feel like, okay, I can share so much with you, and I'm like all over the place with what I'm sharing, and other person's like, okay, back up, that's like, I like you, but wow, that's a lot. And I think if that person can say that to you, and you can accept this thing and say, oh, okay, sorry, right, that I'm backing up, and that's fine, without taking grudges, or yeah, getting angry, then I think that's a very big sign of a healthy relationship.
In your opinion, both in all of our opinion, what is one thing about mental health that is not in your own circle discussed much, or let's say noted? This is just an impromptu question. Something from the things the media you consume, or something you believe it's overlooked for either youth or adults.
I think mental health problems, just admitting that you in need of help. For example, I can say maybe also examples. I don't know, women that just, I don't know, recently give birth, etc. We discuss about this subject a lot. That a lot of them probably may feel this some sort of sadness, etc. But sometimes when it gets out of control, it's very hard to admit that maybe it's a sign of depression. And at least in Lithuania, we talk about mental health a lot, but we don't accept it really. And if we talk about mental health problems, or like, like serious things where you need to go to doctors or drink medicine, etc., it's somehow very feared. And I think that people are not admitting, they're calling it sadness, or sometimes troubles in work, etc. And although we see a trend of more people going for help, but still it's not enough. If you have issues, you don't talk about it. So I think this is very it's a sad thing, and I had it in my circles as well. Everything is okay if you're like a little bit sad, but if you're in depression, or if you have like serious like mental illness, then it's bad.
Yeah, it is very much stigmatized. And about one thing is asking for help, but then again, how accessible the help is in the area you're living. And is it like, yeah, for really receiving a good support from a psychiatrist or psychologist, I need to pay a lot of money, which I don't have, right? And go to the one who is like supported from the government. Let's say there's a like the person is like overwhelmed with a lot of cases, and I feel like there's no room for me anymore. And so I think that's another thing. As long as the help and support uh, in these mental health issues will be very stigmatized, and very or very what's the word, I forgot. Anyhow, you got the point, right?